And it said OnlyFans to pivot away from pornography, seeking $1 billion USD in valuation, blah, blah, blah. Following the epidemic, 40% more people jumped on OnlyFans. In 2021, no, 2020 is when the pandemic hit. Seeing a 40% increase in creators, 7.5 million viewers turning to 85 million, now it's standing at 110 million. Reportedly, the app did $2 billion in sales. And since it takes 20% revenue, that means that the site only got $400 million in revenue for that year, yada, yada, yada. So they're looking for outward stimulus money, basically. To run OnlyFans, I'm pretty sure it's a lot like YouTube. Yes, YouTube's successful, and it's kind of not. It's like a double-edged sword. It's like the sword you use in an RPG that will kill your enemies, but it also zaps you of life in the process. That's pretty much OnlyFans and YouTube in a nutshell. But the difference is YouTube has Google at its back, and it can get advertisers, thus keeping the husk alive. It doesn't matter what stupid moves or ideas YouTube implements that pisses off 90% of the user base. They have enough money to survive their own moronicism. Much like the Trump kids. But with OnlyFans, they don't have that luxury. So I'm pretty sure having an infrastructure keeping up all of this content must be absolutely ridiculously expensive.
Titties.
On top of that, people only focus on the top 1 to 10%. You know, the people who show up on OnlyFans and make $1 million in a day. Oh my God, get the bag, queen. You know, the usual bullshit you hear from the lizard people. Get the bag, queen.
How much money did you make?
48 hours.
Oh my.
I made a little over $1 million.
While the rest of us suffer, slave, and expire, and we're supposed to clap because it's some sort of, look at her feminism go. She's using her titties to make money. What a strong, independent woman. She's only using a site created by two men that dominate the adult industry, thus perpetuating the same patriarchal shit she says she's against. But get the bag, queen. Point being, OnlyFans needs some money. So they do want to pivot away from the image of adult content, because securing venture capital isn't exactly easy when, frankly, people are here to beat off and see adult pictures. Yum, yum. I'm sorry if JP Morgan's a little weary of asshole central, but that's just me. Anyway, what I think OnlyFans wants to do is try and move away from the image of pornography while still offering it, because frankly, moving away from pornography would be like killing itself.
I can't believe you committed suicide. I cannot believe you committed suicide. How could you have done this? How could you have committed suicide?
OnlyFans isn't looking to Tumblr itself, and God have mercy if OnlyFans goes down, you know what'll happen. All of these e-girls will go right back to Snapchat and selling sex videos there. And probably Twitter too. And frankly, it's already going on Twitter. All you have to do is look up one cosplay girl that has an OnlyFans or a Patreon, and you'll find nude and sex photos of her. And then Twitter will go, oh, you like this garbage? Well, here's a whole sea of it. And you're probably going, how do you know, Gundam? Because I thought it'd be funny to troll as Billy. I was going to troll all the e-girls on Twitter, but guess what? There's so many of them, it's like trying to fight off zombies. It's no at what I was seeing. I was even seeing e-girls having emotional breakdowns because no one was paying for their OnlyFans.
The crippling fear of dying alone.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's clinical depression.
And it was so hard not to break character and write, listen, girl, get a fucking job. This isn't for you. You ain't built for it. You're not that cute. This is weird. Get your act together. Like, sincerely, girl, stop it. Have some semblance of self-respect. But a good actor doesn't break character. So I immediately wrote, I'll buy some of your feet pictures, baby. I didn't, but you know, I'm sure it helped boost your confidence. Now, if you go to Bloomberg, OnlyFans seeking new blah, 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 and it tells you about how OnlyFans did $2 billion in sales, but only made $400 million. And they're like, oh, we need some more venture capital to keep this site open, because a large majority of the people who work on OnlyFans, mostly women, a lot of gay men, and the straight dudes who are doing OnlyFans, a lot of them are sticking shit in their ass. That's all I got to say about that. But for real, a lot of the females on the site get paid less than minimum wage. So that basically means they're not really doing OnlyFans a favor being there. It's like the multitude of YouTube channels that are on here that nobody's watching. It's not helping Google. It's not helping YouTube make money. It's dead weight. So I'm pretty sure that's the problem with OnlyFans. Are they going to pivot away from pornography? Hell no.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no.
I guess the game plan is throw money at celebrities because really that's all these big companies know how to do. Basically, OnlyFans is competition from that site Cameo. You know, the one where DSP's trolls pay money to like celebrities to rag on DSP.
Darksea Defil. Is that how you say it? Darksea Defil? There's a Darksea Defil.
Well, Cameo supposedly is worth $1 billion. So what does OnlyFans do? They immediately got Floyd Mayweather to join the site literally a day before the, what's his name? Jake Paul. Or is it Logan? Oh my God, it's sad how, like, two guys suck so bad you confuse who the fuck they are. Like, they both suck equally, but I'm not sure which one's worse.
I'm so goddamn tired! Tired!
So basically, they threw money at Floyd Mayweather before the big, stupid, rigged boxing match with one of the Paul brothers. At this point, I can't remember which is which. They both suck equally. And also, blah, 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 blah. Enlisting more celebrities and athletes, OnlyFans aims to offer a view into their personal lives for free. That's the case with Mayweather, who joined the site just before his exhibition fight with influencer Logan Paul last week. They both joined OnlyFans. The money they made for that rigged boxing match fucking blows my mind. And in fact, anybody paid and sat there and genuinely in their hearts thought that Mayweather was actually going to knock out Logan Paul. It is probably like a contract stipulation. Don't knock his ass out, please. We're trying to turn him into a professional rigged boxer. Just for Mayweather to clap this sucker in his temple and Paul went out like a light. Did you see that punch? Paul like throwing like these, Mayweather hit Mayweather hit Logan Paul in the temple. Logan Paul had a seizure. Logan Paul went out, right? He falls off of Mayweather's shoulder. Mayweather holding him up. Logan Paul a whole foot taller. Logan Paul. He's like throwing these punches. They going nowhere. It's like he's patting Mayweather on the back. Dude, then Logan Paul gets on his podcast and he's acting like he didn't get knocked out.
And I saw this clip and they're like, Floyd knocked out Logan, then caught him and held him up to let it go 8 rounds. And I know like viral moments. I know what the internet wants to hear.
And it's tweeted from an account that's like buttered noodles news 69 mom.
I'm like, motherfucker, you were done. If that was a real fight, you would have got your teeth stomped in. Oh my God. If I would have sued if I paid for that. Dude, I didn't even watch it for free. It was not worth wasting my bandwidth. If they fleeced you out of money, you should be ashamed of yourself. Mayweather's gonna knock him out. I'm like, no, he ain't. I remember I was talking with Fratanga before the Jake Paul fight with that washed up MMA fighter. Dude shows up to weigh in looking like Majin Buu, ironically, and Jake Paul shows up in a Super Saiyan wig. It was the dumbest shit ever. And Fratanga's like, oh, he's gonna knock out Paul. I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm 100%. Forget it. We ain't even on subject no more.